Hi everyone, I'm Karen Furno, Olympic kayaker. I'm from Waverley, Nova Scotia, a town of about 2,000 people, really small town. I'm happy to join you today from the Sport Hall of Fame here in Halifax at the Metro Centre. You guys really need to come check this place out. It's awesome, so inspiring, so many cool exhibits. I can't wait to see you. Coming up in a few seconds, you're going to see a video really cool from Poznan in Poland in 2001, where I won my first World Championships in the single, the K1 200 meter sprint. I'm so excited to show this video to you.
With the K1 and the women's 200 final. Karen Furno of Canada in the middle of the pack in lane 5, 200 meters. Good start in lane 5 from Karen Furno.
That's how these races are won and lost. Karen Furno pulled a quarter of a length on everyone in the first 3 strokes there. The girl's going to have trouble pulling that back.
Jenny Honkonen there in lane 2 for Finland, but Karen Furno off to a fine start. Now, can she hold it?
I think Banchek's closed her down a bit already. Or is that just the angle? No, Furno's still well ahead there. The Hungarian Szabo on her right in lane 6.
Karen Furno is going with immense power here, and she's going to take the gold barring a miracle now. She does. Canada's first gold of the championships.
Then Poland, then Hungary. Furno there gained a whole lead in the first 5 strokes, maintained it all the way to the finish, and that's the way to do these races.
She's thoroughly enjoying that moment. Karen Furno is the champion of the world.
So that race was super fun for me. Oh my gosh, it was so fast. I remember that race like it was yesterday. So many people in the stands were cheering. I remember thinking as soon as I got off the line that I was winning the race, and I just remembered my focus and remembered to keep my head down and just concentrated on what I wanted to do. And this is what I ended up with. My favorite moment was walking into the opening ceremonies at the Olympic Games. I remember that like it was yesterday. It was so cool. We were standing in the stadium with the whole Canadian team in Sydney, and I remember out of nowhere this big, tall, 7-foot tall basketball player starts screaming at the top of his lungs, "Give me a C!" And he starts chanting and spelling out Canada, because we didn't have a cheer. So this was really fun for us as a team, and I remember walking in and seeing all the gold. Everybody had gold flags, so we felt really warm, and it was so amazing to be part of that, walking in as a team in Sydney. I knew from when I was 8 years old that I was going to go to the Olympic Games. Before I was a kayaker, I was actually a competitive gymnast, and my first competition, I'm going to tell you that story. I remember walking in and seeing the gymnasium set up just like the Olympic Games. Everyone was there was tons of people in the crowd, and I step up to the bars, I signaled the judges, and I was ready to go. As I start going through the routine, I get to the hardest part of the routine, which is a handstand on the bars. As I kick up to my handstand, I farted. I couldn't believe it. It was the loudest sound ever. I wanted to run out of that gym and never, ever come back. It was so embarrassing. I was this tiny little kid, and this huge sound came out of me. It was super embarrassing. So you might sit there and think, well, if that was your first competitive experience, that wasn't very positive. So why did you choose to be a competitive athlete? And my reason is because I have that dream. So the biggest thing that you guys can focus on is your dream. That's what I try and tell everyone that I see, kids all around the province. I talk to them about goals and dreams. So for me, I have an acronym. It is DREAM, the word is dream. So determination, it's all about the grit, doing something every day towards your goal and reaching a little bit higher than you were the day before. Role models, really important of who you surround yourself with, the energy that you're around, the people that you associate with. They become who you are, and they help you along the path to your goal. E is expectations. I want you guys to think of a mountain, biggest mountain in the world, Mount Everest. It's so cool. If you think of yourself standing on that mountaintop, that's what I want you to think about when you visualize your goal. So thinking about what it means to feel having success in your life. So visualizing something that you want to go after, and make the steps to get up to the top of that mountain. A is attitude. It is all about attitude and energy. So you want to make sure that you are promoting your own performance. So no negative self-talk or anything like that. We want to be thinking positively about ourselves and our body, and about our habits, our daily habits. M is momentum. So it all starts with the first step. Sometimes that goal, that mountaintop, seems so far away, but you want to take one little baby step first. As soon as you get that baby step going, you build momentum, and from momentum you get motivation. Motivation is what helps us to climb the way up to the top of that peak of the mountaintop. And yeah, just go after your goals. And I was this tiny little 8-year-old kid from Waverly, Nova Scotia. If I can do my dream and I can live my dream, you absolutely can too. I know you can do it. You are built and born for great things. I can't wait to see what you do. My biggest question that I get from kids is, how much can I bench press? It's like 225.